What if the real reason your knees ache isn't your knees at all, but your ankles and hips quietly refusing to do their job? If that sounds upside down, stay with me. After reviewing piles of recent mobility research and years of real world coaching, I'm convinced most people over 60 can make walking feel lighter, stairs feel safer, and everyday movement less painful by fixing the two bookends of your stride, the ankle and the hip. When those ends move well and share the workload, the knee, stuck in the middle, finally gets a break. And here's the twist most plans miss. You don't need long workouts or fancy gear. 5 precise knee-friendly modules done at home can restore a smooth, confident step in weeks, not months. Fewer winces. Fewer, I'll skip it today. More, I've got this. Ready to rebuild your walk from the ground up? Before we start, tell us your age and where you're watching from. I read every comment. Your note might help someone your age on the other side of the world. Number 5, ankle mobility plus slow calf lowers. If the ankle can't bend, the knee pays the bill. Tight calves and a stiff front of ankle limit. How far your shin can glide forward. Your knee then collapses inward, your hip twists, and every step costs extra. We reverse that by pairing gentle front of ankle glides with slow, controlled calf lowering, an eccentric move that lengthens and strengthens at the same time. Why start here? Because better ankle bend, dorsiflexion, instantly lengthens your stride, improves balance, and unloads the knee on stairs. How to do it? Zero equipment. Stand facing a wall with your left foot forward and heel down, toes 4 to 8 inches from the wall. Keep your knee tracking over your middle toes. Gently drive your left knee toward the wall until you feel a mild stretch in your calf and the front of the ankle. Not pain. Hold 2 calm breaths, then ease back. Repeat 8 to 10 times, smooth and slow. If your knee can touch the wall without your heel popping up, scoot your toes back another inch and keep exploring that edge. Switch sides. Now your strength piece. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart, fingertips resting lightly on a chair back for balance if needed. Rise onto your toes over 2 seconds, pause 1 second at the top, then lower down over a full 3 seconds. That long, controlled descent is where the magic happens. Start with 10 reps. When that feels steady, try a staggered stance, 1 foot slightly behind the other so the front leg does more work, for 8 to 10 reps each side. Later, progress to single leg lowers. Use both feet to rise, then lift 1 foot and lower yourself on the other over 3 to 4 seconds. That's your golden knee-friendly calf builder. Common mistakes to avoid: letting your knees cave inward, bouncing at the bottom, or rushing the lower. Keep your ribs stacked over your pelvis and your gaze forward, not down. 2 or 3 sessions per week are plenty. You'll notice smoother stair descent first. That's your sign the knee is no longer overbraking to make up for a stuck ankle. Imagine feeling spring in your step again. What would you do more of when each step stops arguing back? Number 4, hip hinge. Load the hips, spare the knees. Most knee complaints are really hip problems in disguise. If you bend from your knees first when you lean, lift, or sit, you shove load into a joint designed mostly to guide, not carry. The fix is a clean hip hinge. Your powerhouse glutes and hamstrings take the work, your knees track calmly where they belong, and your low back stops barking. Learn this pattern and everyday moves: picking up a bag, unloading the dishwasher, getting out of a car, immediately feel safer. Set up at the sink or a sturdy chair. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart, toes slightly out, a soft bend in your knees. Press your hands very lightly on the counter for feedback. Now send your hips straight back as if you're trying to close a car door with your butt. Keep your chest long, not collapsed, and your shins nearly vertical. Pause when you feel tension build in your hamstrings, back of the thighs, then drive the floor away and stand tall by squeezing your glutes, not by snapping your knees straight. Tempo and dosage: 2 seconds to hinge back, 1 second pause, 2 seconds to stand tall. Start with 8 to 10 smooth reps. When it feels natural, hold a light household object close to your chest: a small backpack, a book, a water bottle, and repeat. Later, progress to a hip hinge plus reach. Hinge back and, without rounding, slide your hips back 1 extra inch to feel the glutes truly pick up the load, then come up tall. 2 to 3 sets, 3 to 4 days per week is plenty. Safety cues that protect the knee. Keep your knees tracking over the middle toes, not collapsing inward. Keep the weight in your heels and midfoot, and imagine your kneecaps moving forward and back like drawer slides rather than drifting inward. Your spine stays neutral. No shrugging, no craning the neck. The moment this clicks, you'll feel the hinge everywhere. In how you lift groceries, how you lean to tie your shoes, how you sit down and stand up without grimacing. If your knees could talk after a week of true hinging, they'd say, "Thanks for finally calling in the hips." Number 3. Thoracic rotation and arm swing. Put the upper body back in the walk. A stiff upper back steals power from your stride. When the ribcage doesn't rotate, your arms stop swinging, your pelvis twists to compensate, and the knee ends up shearing with every step. Restoring gentle rotation through your mid-back and syncing it with arm swing resets your whole gait. Less wobble, more forward glide, and a knee that tracks straight because the torso is doing its half of the job. Start on a chair for an easy opener. Sit tall, feet flat, hands across your chest. Inhale through your nose, then as you exhale, rotate your chest to the right like you're turning to greet someone behind you. Only as far as comfortable. Think, chest turns, pelvis stays quiet. Hold for 1 relaxed breath, return to center. Repeat to the left. Do 6 to 8 slow turns each way. Keep your neck soft, the movement comes from the ribs. Now stand and restore arm-leg rhythm. March in place for 30-45 seconds with deliberate, natural arm swing. Right arm swings as left knee lifts, left arm with right knee. Keep your hands unclenched, shoulders down, gaze forward. Feel how that cross pattern immediately steadies you? That's your core acting like a corset without any crunches. Next layer, controlled open the book on the floor or bed. Lie on your side with hips and knees bent, arms straight in front, palms together. Slowly open the top arm like you're turning a page, letting your chest rotate as your eyes follow your hand. Stop before your top knee lifts off the lower leg. Breathe. Close the book. Do 6-8 per side, smooth and lazy. You're teaching the ribs to move while the pelvis stays put. The same separation your stride needs. Progress it on your walk. For the first minute of any stroll, exaggerate a tall posture and a relaxed, longer arm swing. Then settle into normal walking, keeping that easy rhythm. People are often shocked by how quickly the knee calms down once the upper body joins the conversation. If your stride had a volume knob, thoracic rotation is how you turn down the static. Quick check-in. Are you feeling your arms again when you walk around the house? Before we continue, if this has been helpful, tap the like button so more people can find it, and subscribe. I've got new practical mobility sessions coming every day, and I don't want you to miss the next one. Number 2. Sit to stand with a pause. Rebuild the daily power move. If there's a kingmaker for independence, it's getting up from a chair without help. Dozens of daily moments boil down to this pattern. Bathroom breaks, getting out of cars, rising from the sofa. The knee gets overloaded here when we drop straight down and pop straight up from the knees. Reteach your body to lead with the hips and share the load, and 2 things happen fast. Knee pressure eases and your confidence climbs. Choose a sturdy chair that puts your knees near 90 degrees when seated. Scoot to the front half of the seat. Feet about hip width, toes slightly out, shins vertical. Cross your arms or reach them forward for balance. Take a breath, then send your hips back. Like you're about to perch, lightly touch the chair with your hips without collapsing. Pause 1 second, and stand tall by pressing through your heels and squeezing your glutes. Think back then down, not down then back. Your tempo. 3 seconds down, 1 second pause on the touch, 2 seconds up. Start with 5 or 8 reps. If that's too easy, hold a book to your chest. If it's hard, start higher. Stack a folded towel on the chair to raise the seat, or use your fingertips on the chair sides for a little assistance. Another helpful variation is the box squat. Stand in front of the chair and tap it with your hips each rep without fully sitting. This keeps tension where you build strength. Knee saving cues. Keep your knees tracking over your second and third toes. Don't let them crash inward. Keep your chest long, eyes on the horizon, and avoid collapsing your torso on your thighs at the bottom. 2 or 3 short sets, 3 days a week, can change stairs, cars, and sofas in a month. The first time you stand up without pushing off your thighs, you'll smile. How much bigger would your daily world feel if sitting and standing were no longer something you negotiated with your knees? Number 1. Single leg weight transfer. Visual vestibular balance. Here's the movement that ties the whole plan together. Walking is a series of single leg moments. If you never practice standing over one leg with your head and eyes doing normal life things, the knee gets asked to stabilize a situation it's not prepared for. This top slot trains the true skill of gait, shifting your center of mass onto one leg while your balance systems, feet, inner ear, and eyes, coordinate the show. Start simple at a counter. Stand tall with feet hip width, fingertips lightly on the surface. Shift your weight onto your left foot until you feel the left hip stack over that foot. Gently lift the right foot an inch, hold for 5 to 8 seconds, place it down, and shift to the other side. Keep the standing knee soft and aligned over the middle toes. Do 5 to 8 holds each side. Progression 1. Add the eyes. On your left leg, gaze at a small spot on the wall at eye level and hold for 8 seconds. Then, still balancing, slowly move your eyes left and right without moving your head, 3 or 4 times, and feel your foot and hip work a little harder. Switch sides. Progression 2. Now add the head. On your balanced leg, keep your gaze forward and slowly turn your head left and right, then nod yes and no. Keep the movement small and smooth. You're teaching your vestibular system, the inner ear balance center, to cooperate with your feet and hips the way it must in the real world. Progression 3. Turn the chair sideways and use one fingertip. Shift onto the left leg, lift the right foot, and reach your free hand forward as if to touch a doorknob, then out to the side as if placing a plate on a shelf. The knee stays soft, aligned, and quiet while the rest of you moves. That's gait stability. When you're steady, try a clock reach. Standing on the left, tap your right toes lightly to 12 o'clock, 3, 6, and back to center. No leaning, it's the hip and ankle doing the work. Dosage. 2 sets of 30 to 60 seconds of balance work per leg, 3 or 4 days a week. Keep the room safe, clear the floor, stay near support, and keep your breathing calm. The payoff shows up everywhere. Fewer stumbles, better recovery when you catch a toe, and knees that finally feel like passive guides again instead of frantic brakes. If you could bottle the confidence that comes from solid single-leg balance, you'd never run out. Why this 5 beats just walking? Walking is wonderful, but it's one speed, one direction, one demand. Real life isn't. Knees ache and balance falters when ankles don't bend, hips don't hinge, ribs don't rotate, sit to stand relies on knees, and single-leg balance never gets trained. This plan covers the missing pieces. You restore ankle glide so your knee stops twisting. You load hips so the knees assist instead of carry. You return rib rotation and arm swing so the knee tracks straight ahead. You rebuild the daily power move so stairs and chairs stop stealing your energy. And you practice the single-leg reality of walking so your nervous system reacts before you even know you're off-center. It's a complete upgrade, not a single setting. How much time this actually takes? You're looking at about 18-22 minutes, 3 or 4 days a week. 1 minute for ankle glides, 2 for calf lowers. 3 to 4 minutes for the hip hinge. 3 minutes for thoracic rotation and arm swing. 5 to 6 minutes for sit to stand with pauses. 5 minutes for balance work. That's it. If you like longer strolls, keep them, but make these 5 your foundation. They change how your walk feels, which changes how your day feels. Start where you are, not where you were. Perfect form isn't the goal, consistent practice is. Choose the easiest version that feels steady today and progress every week or two. A little more range at the ankle, a slower calf lower, a slightly deeper hinge, 1 extra rep on sit to stand, 5 more seconds on single leg holds. Small steps compound quickly. People in their 70s and 80s can and do build capacity when the work is specific and the dose is right. Your body isn't fragile, it's waiting for clear instructions. I want to hear from you. What everyday move do your knees complain about the most? Stairs, getting out of the car, long grocery lines? How many minutes can you realistically give this plan this week, and which of the five felt best in your body today? Drop a comment below. Your experience might be the nudge someone else needs to get moving again.